Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice, breaking the ice. Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice.
Breaking the ice viewers, my name is Derek Homann. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Median. We build online customer support and sales software. And for my Breaking the Ice question, if I could meet anyone from any time period and sit down and have a conversation with them, I'd have to say it'd actually be somebody from present day, and that would be Elon Musk. The guy has an incredible way of taking these huge, ridiculously hard problems to solve and just going out there and actually executing on them. And I just think it's something that his brain doesn't allow him to say, hey, that's too hard a problem, or that's too big for me to solve. And he's able to do it while running multiple companies at one time. So I'd love to be able to just kind of chat with him and understand how his brain works and how he goes about executing on these gigantic ideas.
Oh man, trying to pick one famous person to meet from any time frame. I recently listened to a podcast episode about Lucille Ball, and she just has a really interesting life. And if I guess right now at this point I could pick anyone, I would love to meet Lucille Ball and talk to her and laugh with her, maybe eat some chocolates, do something funny. I don't know. She seems cool.
This is going to sound really cliche, but I'm going to go with Steve Jobs on this one. I actually read the Walter Isaacson biography on Steve Jobs, and it was fascinating. And from a customer experience perspective, he understood so much and was so innovative in that area. That famous quote of him saying, the customer doesn't know what they want until I show them what they want. So I messed up that quote, but along those lines, I would love to pick his brain a little bit more and just be a fly on the wall as he was working with his teams to innovate.
Pick a feature that I think is absolutely essential to any live chat provider. I'd actually cheat a little bit and say there are two. The first one is cobrowse, and that is the ability for a customer service agent to be able to click a link and immediately get a sneak peek into what your customers are doing on your site in real time, and just get a lot more context about what they're doing, where they're clicking, and those sorts of things. It just allows you to solve issues much faster. It's a little bit of a shameless self-promotion for my company because we build an add-on for most major chat providers that does just that. But I think it's absolutely essential. And the second is a robust API that can pump information back and forth between your company and the chat product to be able to give more context to your agents to be able to solve issues faster as well. And if you have those two things in particular, you're able to solve issues much faster with higher quality, and that's really what you're looking for.
Okay, besides actually having a person there answering the chat, what's really, really helpful to me is something super basic, just having an email chat transcript. Sometimes they don't happen, you have to actually request it, and it's nice when it happens automatically. And I think having the chat tool not show up, or having the option to toggle it on and off, if your chat support's not available, possibly not having the chat tool show up. Sometimes that can cause confusion for customers. Ooh, it just got really windy. It could cause confusion for customers that may think they're going to chat with someone, they open it and it's, oh, email us, we're not here. And that can work in some cases, but I think otherwise just hide it and still have your email options available if you're not there.
One of the most important chat features for me, and actually the chat program I was using at the time didn't have it, and this was around reporting. And the report I really wanted to see was concurrent chat time. Because with chat, if you add up the total length of all of the chats that an agent takes, it can look like they're spending more than 100% of their working hours on chat, and that's wrong. The real benefit of chat is the fact that you can take more than one chat concurrently. Some teams, depending on how complex, can take two. Some can take many more, three and even more than that. And that's where chat really pays off when you're leading a support team, because you can handle more than one at a time. If you only take one chat at a time, it can get really expensive because chats tend to be a little bit longer than phone calls and other support channels. So that concurrent chat time is really important to be able to see how much time they actually spent actively chatting versus how much time they were idle. And then also being able to see kind of on the average how many chats they were taking at any given time. So you know like how busy the team is.